Our first question comes via email from Glenn. Here's the question. One of the topics we've been hearing right across Canada during this campaign is how do we engage younger Canadians to get out and vote? Please tell me what you feel you can offer to a young Canadian, someone between 19 and 35, as a reason why they should support you as a candidate or as a representative of your national party.
Okay, thank you, Glenn, for the question. The future of our country is certainly in the hands of our youth, and our youth. It's absolutely essential that they feel the necessity and the requirement to be out there voting. I know it becomes discouraging when 41% of people are staying home in federal elections, and that has to change. This media and the way they're reaching the 2040 population, I think, is also a start. But and we saw how Obama was able to engage the youth during the presidential campaign using Twitter and Facebook and things of those nature to reach, showing how important it is to reach that young demographic in Canada. Also, in order to encourage the youth into getting behind the political scene is for them to understand the importance of what the political scene and how it impacts their lives. And from education, health, welfare for their children, for their grandchildren, that it's these people here and those people that represent you in Ottawa that is actually going to decide how you're going to live. So I could only encourage you, and I hope that this type of media is going to bring the young population back into the political scene.
Thank you. Mr. Burrows?
Well, certainly it's an excellent question, and it's interesting during this campaign compared to the 2009 by-election, which I ran in, the interest of the younger voters. I have been very impressed as I've knocked on the doors, and in 2009 when I knock on a door, often the young person would go and yell, "Mom," or "Dad," but high school students, young adults, they want to stand and talk to me, and that means something to me. It means that they are engaged, and I'm very pleased to see that. As a political party, our platform is focused on investing in people, and there are several aspects of that platform that talk directly to young people. One very important one has to do with the education component of it, with assistance to students that go on to university and colleges, because not everyone has that opportunity. So there is a plank in the platform for that. As well, unemployment is very high in this region, and it's very high amongst young people. One of the other items that we are promoting is a program that will assist people, employers that hire young people, to encourage them to hire young people and get that first job. As a parent, as I mentioned earlier, with 3 children now, young adults, I know how important that first job is to them, to get that on their resume, to find a job that's in the career field that they are interested in. If they are going to move forward and have meaningful employment, they have to have a good start in life. So those are just 2 of the planks in the platform that the Liberal Party puts forward, and there are many others, but I don't have time to go forward with them tonight.
Thank you. Ms. Robinson?
Hi. I think part of our duty is to be energetic and engaging individuals who inspire people to want to listen to us, and I hope that I'm able to do that. I believe that our young people are more connected with the world around, and I think as they see people in other parts of the world who actually lay down their life to have the opportunity to vote, I think that they are becoming more engaged. So I'm happy to hear that you've noticed a difference. It is my first election. I would also encourage them to take the voter compass on CBC if they're not sure how they want to vote. I personally would like to see them vote NDP because I believe, as we all do in our own party and our platform, and I believe that the NDP are here for the everyday person and can make a difference for them. So I think that everybody's voice does make a big difference. There are often times that elections are won by a very small margin, so sometimes it's 6 votes or even 1 or 2 votes can make the difference. If you want a change, then you are the one that is responsible to go out and help make that change. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Blanch.
Hi, Glenn. Thanks for the question. I paraphrased. I said, why would 19 to 35-year-olds vote for me? The answer is simple, because there's still hope. It's not over yet. We haven't destroyed this planet. We can still take care of our people. You know as well as I do the state of the planet, and you know the state of our country. And And that's why most 19 to 35-year-olds don't want to vote. In fact, I've met a lot of seniors that don't want to either. Truth of the matter is, we have an opportunity to live in a different world. And all it takes is for people to believe it's possible. Look at the Green Party policy. If you're watching this streaming, you don't need me to spout it all off to you. But we can live in a different world. And what it takes to do that is for people that have lost hope because of the leadership of the party sitting beside me and what they have failed to do. Well, you have the opportunity to be part of the leadership, the shared leadership I was talking about before. I run. We have a policy that has a promise to make a better planet, not tomorrow, but over time. You vote. It's a deal that I'm hoping we can make together. For my children, for your children, and for those that are listening with grandchildren, for your grandchildren as well. Thanks for the question, Glenn.
Thank you. Mr. Armstrong?
Well, Glenn, thank you very much for the question, and I think it's a very important question as Canada moves forward into this century. You know, over the history of this country, we've seen great changes in democratic involvement based on the level of the voting age and who we allow to vote. It wasn't that long ago in this country, women were not allowed to vote, something we would absolutely think is unconscionable now. And I believe if we want to engage more youth to vote, we're going to have to lower the voting age. And this is not a party platform, this is my own personal opinion. I've been involved in teaching youth for over 18 years, almost a whole generation. And I believe that 16-year-olds, if they're old enough to drive, should be allowed to vote. And it's my own, as I said, it's my own personal opinion. I think if we lower the voting age, we would engage youth across this country. We could actually put a civics class back into school system, which I think is something we definitely need. You know, I've talked to literally hundreds of people across this riding since being elected as member of Parliament and through the by-election. And I think that the youth of this country are just as engaged and are just as mature as the average citizen if they engage and involve themselves in voting. Statistics will show you that if you do not vote in this election, there is an 80% chance you won't vote in the next one. But if you do vote, there's a very strong likelihood you will. And I think if we engage our youth, start them voting before they leave high school, I think you'll see a much greater participation in the democratic movement of this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much.